Because you're eating sunlight. It literally will activate your DNA. There's codes in the sunlight, packets of information that unlock the DNA in the human body.
Hey, this is Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan. So for my longtime viewers, yes, I know I've done a few videos on this guy before, but this video is not necessarily for you, but I'm sure you get some entertainment from it. This is for people that have no idea who I am, for people who are searching around YouTube looking for information on the miraculous things that can happen to you if you only eat uncooked food for the rest of your life. So I want to show you guys how easy it is to fact check for yourself to see if what these guys and gals are saying is true or just a bunch of crap. And there's many ways you can fact check claims from raw foodists or carnivores or whatever to see if what they're saying is true or not. For yours, I've been relying on, say, Google search, but for this video, I'm going to show you, just use whatever AI you got. There's no special prompting you have to do. Here's the basic question that I asked Perplexity, not sponsored by them, by the way. This is a partial transcript from a Raw Vegan's YouTube video. Analyze what he is saying here for its veracity, which means truthfulness. So follow along with an open mind. All I ask is that you're evidence-based rather than woo-woo based or mysticism based or vibes based, and we'll see how truthful Shane of whatever his Raw channel is really is.
My name is Shane Sterling. Did you know that fruit sugar will heal all disease? Yes, it will.
All right, so right off the bat, the same old claim he's been giving forever, the claim that fruit or raw or whatever heals all diseases known to mankind or humankind. Well, this is completely false. Check it. I'm not making this stuff. There's zero scientific evidence that fructose or any sugar can cure or reverse all diseases. Case in point, the NHS has a database of all the hundreds, perhaps thousands of diseases known to humankind. And let's just start with the very first one, abdominal aortic aneurysm. And if you look at its causes and treatments, you'll see neither of those have anything to do really with diet, let alone saying that, yeah, just a bunch of sugar seems to do magic for this condition. Shane is just completely lying, making stuff up, and selling a cure for all diseases based on nothing other than his bold-faced lie.
Doctors don't know this because doctors are addicted to cooked food just like everybody else.
Yeah, of course, cooked food addiction. The same bullshit I've been hearing from raw foodists ever since I started this channel back in 2013. It's completely untrue. It only exists in the minds of these wacky raw food people.
Most doctors haven't gone a single day in their life without eating cooked food, so they have no experience with eating fruit. They have no experience with natural health or healing.
And Perplexity's response to this, doctors don't know this because they're addicted to cooked food, says false and ad hominem. Doctors receive extensive education in nutrition and human physiology, even if the nutrition courses are limited. But this is the best part. Claiming that doctors eat cooked food so they can't understand healing is nonsensical. Cooking food does not block scientific understanding of metabolism or healing. So yeah, Shane, please explain to me how if me or a trained medical doctor were to steam some potatoes and broccoli, that would somehow make it impossible for our brains to understand healing or metabolism. But how fortunate for all of humanity that Shane does understand these complex topics so well, so, we just need to ask him the answers because he knows it all, right?
In fact, if you have a health problem and you go online to search your health problem, it's going to say there's no known cause and no known cure because everything related to natural health and healing is either censored or slandered online.
I mean, are you serious, man? If that were true, there would be no raw people, no raw blogs. Like, his video and channel wouldn't exist. I mean, Perplexity says false due to the fact that search engines index thousands of raw and natural healing sites freely. Case in point, let's go to Google and search for raw vegan forums and fruit healing blog stories. And as you'll see here, this is far from censorship. In fact, I didn't even scroll down to the bottom here for you. It continues on for like dozens or hundreds of pages. This is just ridiculous that Shane is portraying himself and his raw brethren as some kinds of victims of the internet and all its censorship against raw, when the truth of the matter is that the internet has given a platform, a large voice for these sorts of beliefs that until the invention of, like, say, Google and YouTube, these beliefs just existed in weird little niches, and now anyone can spread their wacky, zany ideas to the whole world.
Number one on my list. Simple sugars. Simple sugars are high vibration for the human body.
High vibration for the human body? What the F are you talking about? Of course, this claim is not based on any scientific information.
You have to understand that cooked foods burden our body.
So yes, guys, cooked food is addicting, it burdens our body, and it prevents scientists and medical doctors from understanding metabolism and healing. It's horrible. Stay away from cooked food.
Introduces free radical damage and toxic compounds and slows the digestion and creates acid waste accumulation in the body.
So no Perplexity calls about on this cooked foods burden the body and create acid waste bullshit. There is no credible physiological mechanism to support this. This concept of acid waste accumulation is a discredited myth derived from the unscientific alkaline diet movement.
Your body has an immune response. You're struggling with aggravated inflammation in the body, all from cooked food. That's a very low vibrational state.
Oh, I get it now. So you're superior to me, Shane. Yeah, you're operating on this high vibration thing because of the fruit, and I don't eat as much fruit as you. I just had a 7-banana smoothie for breakfast, or I guess I should say lunch, after I got back from the gym playing basketball today. But since I'll have cooked food later today, that puts me on a low vibration. I get it. So you're better than me. And this bullshit about how eating cooked food, he makes it sound like it's inevitable. It's going to cause inflammation and all these horrible things. Have you seen my blood labs, Shane? Have you seen how athletic I am for age 58? If the cooked food's supposed to do all these horrible things to my body and wreck my health, well, it's doing a crappy job because I'm doing pretty damn good.
The simple sugars in fruit, okay, cleans your bowels out, gives you incredible energy with no digestion.
No digestion? Zero digestion? Again, absolutely 100% scientifically and biologically false. All carbohydrates, including fruit sugars, require enzymatic digestion and absorption. The fact that Shane is getting so many things wrong, he's getting biology wrong, he doesn't understand science, his points of view don't reflect the scientific consensus, is exactly what I would expect from someone who has zero knowledge and training in these subject matters. He's just making crap up and portraying himself as an expert, which he's obviously not. So anyway, let's continue on.
Eating fruit sugar cleans the GI tract because fruit is filled with fiber, it's filled with water, and it's filled with hydration for your cells. So eating fruit gives your body absolute cleanliness as you're getting the nutrition from the fruit. It clears all the toxic compounds out of your tissues, out of your organs. It clears your blood, it clears your bowels, and it clears your mind.
So once again, Shane made a lot of scientific and biological claims there, and Perplexity says he got pretty much all of it dead wrong. Claim that eating fruit cleanses the GI tract and clears toxins is misleading. Yeah, Shane is partially right there that fruit does contain fiber and water, which can support bowel regularity. However, the body's detoxification system relies on the liver, kidneys, lungs, and skin, not fiber alone. And the bottom line, there is no evidence that fruit clears toxic compounds from tissues or blood.
Fruit is the spiritual food for humans. It'll lift you up out of the quagmire of despair and darkness and trauma patterns. It'll give you the answers you are looking for.
And no surprise, once again, there's no scientific evidence that fruit or potatoes or any food is the spiritual food for humans that lifts you out of despair and trauma. And there's no evidence that fruit will give you the answers that you're looking for. Like I had my 7-banana smoothie after the gym today. It didn't give me any answers, but it did give my body a lot of energy it needed to replenish itself from all the energy I spent on the basketball court.
Number 3 on my list, why fruit sugar heals all disease.
So I've been saving the best stuff for last. I mean, what he's about to say here is priceless comedic gold.
Because you're eating sunlight. It literally will activate your DNA. There's codes in the sunlight, packets of information that unlock the DNA in the human body.
Wait, so there's like codes in the sunlight, and the sunlight makes its way into the fruit, and you eat this raw fruit, and these codes in there from the sun unlock your DNA? Because Perplexity says this is total bullshit about your claim fruit activates your DNA or contains sunlight codes. This is entirely pseudoscientific. DNA cannot be, quote, activated by eating any food. DNA expression is regulated by biochemical processes, not photons stored in fruit. It just sounds like a modern day remake of David Wolf's Octave of the Sun spiel.
Chocolate lines up planetarily with the sun. Chocolate is an octave of sun energy. In fact, it's the energy of the center of the sun. It's a male energy that comes down off the sun, and it actually, out of all the plants, the cacao is right on line, target at the center of the sun, which we call in our body the heart. And actually, cacao is right up with the center of the sun, which is the center of the heart, which is called the sacred heart.
And when you eat raw living foods, it unlocks your own DNA. Also, there is electrons in the food.
Yes, all matter is made up of electrons. You're not making a special claim about fruit. Yes, it's true, but also poop is made up of electrons, and bridges are made up of electrons. Everything that's matter contains electrons.
It activates your own hormones in your body for you to thrive at the highest level.
No, all it activates is the highest amount of possible bullshit that a human being could ever spew out of their mouth. But then again, what do I know? I have no right to speak because Shane is so much better than me because he operates at the good vibrations. That's the Beach Boys, at the high vibrations. And I'm operating on this low vibration because I steam my broccoli and potatoes. I'm stupid. And therefore I'm completely unable to access truth and reality, unlike the great Shane, who just shared with the world a few days ago that he made $2 million off his complete lies and nonsense, promising to people who have illnesses and diseases that if they follow his methods and, more importantly, pay him a ton of money for his coaching, that they will be able to reverse and cure themselves from any and all diseases. So enough about how I feel about Shane and what he's doing. I really want to know how you people feel about what Shane is doing. So please comment down below. And I really want to hear from people who don't really know who I am. People just want to try out raw, and they're considering giving this guy a bunch of money. What do you think? Did what I present here make any impact on you? I mean, does actually having facts, scientific evidence, and just showing how what he's saying is not based on anything other than his own bullshit, does that make any impact? Or you really don't care? You really want to make this guy super rich and he's going to give you a whole crap of nothing? Just drink a bunch of juice and hey, you're going to be cool. What do you anyway, if you really think that everything I said was wrong and everything he said is totally right, please come to my live stream Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Be civil and we could probably have a conversation. So until then, guys, remember, it doesn't suck being vegan.